Today on Drawbli, we are drawing
medieval
things.
The word.
Click that subscribe button if you are new around here.
Comment below with an idea of what we should draw next to learn and level up our drawing skills.
So I love the image that you have chosen here. Is this a photo? I can't actually tell from this far away.
Pinterest, it looked like a photo, yeah. I mean, obviously probably a bit of a doctored up photo.
Yeah.
But I was looking at so many different medieval things on Pinterest.
And they got the lighting.
The lighting is cool, and it looked like I wouldn't be biting off more than I could technically chew, which was a big deal.
And this one turned out amazing.
Oh my gosh, thank you. It was so fun to work on.
Like, this is one of the coolest things that I've seen you paint.
Oh, well, thank you.
I think it's awesome.
It's because we did it in a cool environment.
How's your knee? You just smashed your knee?
No, we
on
were
this
pretending
table?
that didn't happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I restarted what I said and everything. Whatever, we'll leave it all.
I was just
in.
making sure your knee's okay.
My knee is fine.
So what were you saying?
I'm saying, well, we painted these in a really cool environment. Actually, I painted mine in this cool environment. I think you didn't even do this one at the coffee shop.
No, I did not.
I did this one at the coolest coffee shop in town. It's a cool place where they sell the art that's on the walls, and they have all the fancy like drinks that you can't buy at Starbucks, and it's just really cool, and they all cost a lot of money, so you get just a tea and you ask them to reheat it like 3 times or add new hot water.
That tea was really good.
That tea was so good.
And my matcha was very good as well. I love
some
matcha.
fancy drinks. But yeah, so we sat there in our fancy coffee shop where everybody's out there with their laptops getting their work done. And we sat there and we drew like the coffee shop artist couple we have dreamed of being.
Wow.
Yeah, we've achieved our dreams.
Oh, yeah.
We're there.
We've
We did
achieved
it.
a lot of our dreams, absolutely.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
So tell me what's going on here. You just sketching in really quick because you turned off some of the paint that you created.
Yep, I wanted to block in because her shape is going to be the most important thing, getting it right. So I
True.
spent some time like making sure her hands were even with where I see them line up with her face. So
yeah.
just below her
You did a good
mouth.
job.
And trying to block that in, trying to make sure I don't cut her hair off on the edge of the picture too badly, and getting the swoop of her arms okay.
Gotta get the arm
Does
swoop.
it end up perfect? Absolutely not.
Absolutely, it does.
Close enough, for sure. And it was really fun. So tell me about your guy. Your guy here.
What do you wanna know?
He's got a lot of details. Were you intimidated?
That's why I started removing a lot of things on him. So I kind of just jumped headlong into this one, and I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do. But I knew I wanted to treat it very much like some of the past 2 or 3 drawings that I've done, or paintings that I've done, which is to not sample any colors from the reference. So I intentionally, later on, when I add my color, try to just kind of eyeball things and experiment and try to create something that feels cohesive, even though, you know, I'm not sampling it directly from the image.
That's a good way to go.
And it was very hard. It is very hard and very humbling. And it's also very fun because, I don't know, it feels maybe not more like your own, but I don't know, I feel more excited maybe when I'm like, oh yeah, this does feel good. It takes me a lot longer though because there's just a ton of back and forth. But yeah, I just start with the lines, and I spent a long time on these lines and these shapes, and they don't look good.
They don't.
No.
Very proud of them, and then you look back, you're like, wait.
No, I was never. In the middle of them, I'm like, God, this is taking forever. There's just so much here.
Yeah.
So when I add in that color, I get like, I start a little more precise, and then I just start getting kind of messy with it because I'm like, there's so much here. I gotta reduce. I gotta simplify.
Reduce. Oh, I love a good
throw.
art reduction. I love it when somebody takes something that's detailed and reduces it. It's so pleasing to the eye when you see a good reduction.
But yeah, it turns out okay. You know, I don't feel like one way or the other about it. I think it's pretty fun though. I don't hate it.
I think I've only glimpsed the finished piece briefly, so I'm excited to really drink in how it looks in the end.
Take a big drink of my Big Hunky Nightman.
Big Hunky Nightman. Very nice.
You made a beautiful medieval maiden.
It's very easy to make her look nice when you don't have to worry about any facial features.
This is true. Yeah, the lighting is so unique and cool on it. So like if you zoom in on the reference, you can't see any facial features.
I don't think so.
So it's definitely either doctored or it's just a painting then. It's so small that it's kind of hard for me to tell.
Yeah, and pixelated. So I don't know. I think
that looks like a photo.
I do think it was a photograph, like being able to actually see it in person and look up close. I was like, it was a photograph. But yeah, probably with some lighting techniques thrown on top afterwards digitally. But no, yeah, it was really, really fun to work on. And I chose that specifically because everything that popped up on Pinterest when I searched the word medieval was very detailed. And this just looked like so much fun and such a cool concept to experiment with and see what I could do. Because it's not something I've tried before. So it would be a learning curve.
So what was your goal here? What were you specifically?
I wanted to get the glowiness and the orange and the softness of it conveyed, where she's in this soft lit church. I imagine she's praying for the safety of
my knight.
The knight who's out in battle.
My knight, yeah.
This isn't one of those, I mean, this doesn't happen to be one of the stories where, or maybe she's praying for herself. She's going out into battle herself.
Oh.
Yes, but
she looks like a queen. She does have a crown on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's definitely like a medieval prayer scene, though, I feel like.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the gist
really cool.
I get. Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, it's your interpretation. It's your artwork, Abby.
Right.
So it can be whatever you want it to be. That's what art is.
Art is whatever it makes you feel at the moment.
Yours is so cool. Like, I'm just enjoying watching yours come together.
Oh, well, thank you. It was really fun to do.
Mine is just so simple. So
you have so much ground to cover, though, in such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So keeping it simple was definitely the pro strat here.
I feel like I probably should have cropped in on this guy or something and tried to do more with less instead of do less with more. But I also, so my goal here when I was like getting in and starting to add these colors, I got to like about the halfway mark, like the 30-minute mark, where I was like, okay, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with my color. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to go in and make like these really blocky shapes, trying to just like not sample any color, trying to just pick some things out and see what I can do. And it like, because the underlying shapes were so boring, I felt like it wasn't really turning into anything. So I like felt like I had to do a ton of work to really push it to be a lot more visually interesting.
Yeah.
Because of how boring my shapes were.
Aww.
Well, no, I mean, it was like, you know, with an artwork, it's never ruined. It's never done. It's never bad until you pick up your pen and you say, like, I'm done with this. Like, because you can always fix things. You can always go back and, you know, redo or paint over or change later on.
Absolutely. I like your color blocking in technique, though. You're just getting the color in. And when you say like that 30-minute mark, I think that's really helpful too for me when I'm doing these things where we're spending an hour on them, to have that 30-minute timer where you say, oh, I'm at the halfway point. What do I want to try to really hone in on now? What's actually important here that I want to
This is
focus
actually
on?
my halfway mark when I started working on the background.
Oh,
yeah.
Gotcha. Where you're like, I want to, maybe if I put him in a scene that's going to add interest to him.
No, that wasn't it. It was more like I really wanted to start getting more messy with everything, and I didn't want the character to not have a background or a scene for him, so I wanted to do like a little more there.
I like that.
So I was still sampling with all these colors. And this sky color, I was like, this sky is so white. Like, I could not get the color for it right. I had to sample so many times to like even get something somewhat close. But
cool.
Yeah, just trying to get the things.
His proportions look great.
He's got some funkiness going on for sure. Thank you. Your crown is really cool. You're really getting detailed with that.
Oh yeah, it's nice because I just did some very rough sketching on it, and it ended up looking perfectly satisfactory to me. I was like, that works for me. And then I had just a little like light brushing of orange on it to get those reflections, and not even anything super exact, but still made it look like it had some like detailed filaments and whatnot. So that was nice.
We can take these artworks and we can sell them at the Ren Fair. I mean, they're so, yeah, we just got to get some really cool frames for them.
Yeah, and then a good like Ren Fair sales technique. The best Ren Fair sales techniques are the ones I fall for every time, happily, knowing I'm falling for them.
Which is what? Is
where somebody dressed up in all the Ren Fair garb sells something to me in like the authentic acting and tone.
Oh.
And I'm like, I'll buy your soap.
You're buying into it.
Buy your block of lotion. I
You
love
did buy,
it.
Yeah, you did buy a block of lotion. That was a weird product. I'd never seen anything like that before.
I know, but it was patchouli scented, and right at that moment, I was super into the scent of patchouli.
So into patchouli.
When I was younger, I hated the scent of patchouli. Now, I love the scent of patchouli.
What does patchouli smell like? Which one's patchouli?
The one that smells like hippies.
Like,
that's how.
like grandma.
That's how it used to be. No, grandma would never do any. No, my grandma never. She would never
do patchouli.
associate with the hippies.
Okay, well, I'm sorry.
No.
My bad. I didn't know.
Insult my grandma like that. Well, I think the hippie vibe is cool. 70s vibe is getting super in right now, like the flared jeans.
Ew. I only wear skinny jeans.
Well, see,
I remember when I was in high school and I started wearing skinny jeans, and people gave me looks. Like, I went to high school in Indiana.
Yeah.
Look, I got looks. I got comments.
It was a big deal when guys started wearing skinny jeans when we were in high school. Like, that was a bold fashion choice, and nobody was ready to be on board right away. But the people that wore skinny jeans first in high school ended up being the coolest people.
I was not the coolest people.
You were the coolest.
But I did wear skinny jeans, so I had that going for me.
Now, skinny jeans, they're going back out.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I don't know about for guys.
I can't stop wearing skinny jeans. It's just like my style. It's what I wear, you know?
What I do love about flared jeans coming back in is what I don't love is it makes me feel like I'm in high school again. And I'm like, ooh, now I feel like I gotta go to Aeropostale.
Ew,
oh no, I don't dress from there
Aeropostale.
anymore. That's okay. They're a great store, but I just don't wear their clothes. But what I do like is that now the flared jeans, instead of being low rise, they're high rise.
Tell me what that means.
It means they don't sit like well below your belly button. They sit above your belly button.
So like very 70s. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Oh, yeah. Much more 70s than we were in the aughts and the 2000 aughts.
In the aughts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's very comfy. And you don't have to worry about like pulling your shirt down all day to like cover up your jeans.
I have this memory that just got injected into my head because of you saying wearing your pants high, of me being like a freshman in high school and somebody saying something in gym class about me wearing my shorts up really high and like essentially being like, yeah, you nerd. And I'm like, oh no, I'm a nerd.
Oh no, I didn't realize I was a nerdy high wearing shorts person till I was a lifeguard, and we had to wear these red shorts. And I just wore them where they sat around my waist. And somebody was like, you can roll those down. And then I looked around and all the girls had them rolled down to like
You
their
don't wear them
hips.
at your rib cage? What? Oh,
Yeah.
no.
No, they all had them like at their hips, like rolled all the way down. I was like, I'm so behind.
You're
Oh
so-
no, I've been looking like a dweeb this whole time. But didn't matter because I looked like somehow like a dweeb, even wearing the same exact clothes that everybody else around me was wearing. Isn't that sad? Like, that's how dweebish I was, that wearing the exact same shirt and shorts as
I
everybody
have some
around
bad
me.
news for you, Abby. You're still dweebish.
Yeah, but now it's like really like in.
It's cool to be not cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've come full circle and I've landed on the top. It's great up here at the top.
Congratulations. I'm excited for you.
Thanks.
I started getting, as you can see, a lot more messy with my night because I thought that would help. And I will be honest, it does help. It starts,
yeah.
it kind of gets a little away from me, but it does end
It
up.
has this element of he's been in battle. He's not heading to battle. He's returning from a long journey that was a battle.
Yeah, that was That was my intention.
That's how the art makes me feel, and that's what's important.
Well, that was my intention, so good.
Good.
That's what for sure. And your art makes me feel warm.
Oh, because of the warm colors?
Sorry, it's hard for me to talk about my feelings.
Oh, because you're a guy. Guys only have one feeling, and it's anger. No.
Okay. Great.
Guys aren't emotional unless we don't count anger as an emotion. I saw that online the other day, and I was like, oh, that's actually funny. Not necessarily true, but funny.
What's going on here? Do you have like a blending mode on this brush right now?
No, I have like just a textured brush that I'm using.
Because it's really bright. I get maybe it's like opaque.
I think I have a mask on that's got the add layer.
Oh, so you do have a layer effect on.
I think so.
Did I ask? I might have said layer mask. If I did, I'm sorry.
No, you're
fine. I meant like a blending mode.
Oh yeah, I think I did that, or I was just working in orange. I did a little bit of both, really. Sometimes I just worked in orange, and sometimes I had like an add layer or a color burn layer for darker stuff. Yeah.
You know, the blending modes that are there, that are available.
It made it a lot easier to create the gauzy effect of her sleeves on her wrists, though, to have kind of the variance in the hues.
Yeah, I think it looks really cool. And I noticed you were using, I think, the 6B pencil, like, to get that textured effect.
I love the 6B pencil. I have a couple downloaded brushes, but I tend
just
to
use the default,
gravitate towards more out of laziness than any purist standards or anything.
Well, honestly, like, you know, for all the different brush packs out there and all sorts of different stuff, like, this is why even on my custom brushes that I sell for ZBrush, I'm like, hey, like, whenever people ask me about them, I'm like, yeah, you can grab them if you want, but honestly, I recommend just, like, use the default, start with that, and if you really want my brushes, like...
Your brushes are really cool, though.
So, don't stop, don't say that. You're defeating my whole point that I'm making.
Shameless.
Which is that you don't need them, you just need, like, literally you can paint everything with, like, one hard and one soft brush. Like, that's all you need.
Yeah, as you've done with your knight here. He looks awesome.
Yeah, I feel like it's really, actually, like, now looking at it, it really has kind of come together a little more.
Oh, you're giving him, like, a glow?
Yeah, I give him a glow effect.
Because he's a noble knight.
But it ends up being, hopefully, very subtle.
That's because this girl is probably, like, praying for him. And
I didn't know you were doing a glowy thing. Oh my gosh, we both did a glow.
Yeah. So she's coating him in magical, like a magic aura.
My knight, yeah, wow. The deep Drawbli lore being created right now is just, wow. We need to update the wiki.
Oh, yes, the wiki.
The wiki that doesn't exist.
The wiki that we update.
Right.
Yes.
So I, as you can see, faded out a lot. But now knowing that your character's blessing my knight, whose name is...
Frank.
Yeah, Frank. So now that Frank is blessed, he's glowing, and your princess's name is...
That's you. I named your knight. You named the princess.
Frank.
No.
E.
Oh, okay. Frankietta Giovanna the
18th.
The 18th.
The
18th wife of Frank. It's a medieval time, so she's probably like his 18th
Numbers
wife.
were different back then.
And people died a lot.
I love the hair, like the glowing.
Thank you.
Like,
I like how the hair
What
turned
did you
out.
use for that hair? It's like...
I think the add layer mask.
No, like the brush strokes, because it looks like, are you using the hairbrush?
Oh, I do use the hairbrush for like the lower portions of the hair. I actually didn't love how that worked super well, so I think I just went back in with maybe like a dry brush, oil brush, or even the 6B pencil and just played around.
Yeah, that's so cool. I absolutely love how this one turned out. Like I said, I think it's like one of the coolest things that you've made so far.
Thank you. It was really, really cool to work on. I tried adding some jaw line
like very
to her.
subtle.
Yeah, I didn't like how that turned out.
Yeah, it's too much.
I did add just a little bit of highlight on her lip, though, just to see some wrap on her lip, just because I liked it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then some more orange.
Well, there is our beautiful finished artwork. Yours being way higher caliber than mine, obviously. But you can see how I started to kind of bring mine
No, yours
back
is amazing.
a little bit.
I love the harmony of the colors.
I also tried to keep it desaturated
Yeah,
a little.
that really lends a lot to the harmony.
I normally go for the very saturated colors.
No,
so
he looks
this time-
amazing. I would be very proud if I had been the creator of that piece.
Wow, thank you.
I
That's
would
very
be.
kind of you. Well, I'd be extremely proud of that image if I were the creator of that piece.
Thank you.
Speaking of being extremely proud, you guys would be so proud if you click the subscribe.
You'd be proud supporters of
This is going nowhere.
local YouTube artists.
Please
YouTube is all
unsubscribe.
local
We failed.
community.
We did a bad job at promoting our
Oh
own
my
stuff.
gosh, no, that was a good promotion. We gotta believe.
Also, comment below.
Comment below and give us some more ideas because we are only so idea laden and
We only have like
benefit
2
by
more
your
aideas,
input.
so if we don't get a comment, we're gonna have to
just
stop.
done.
We're not gonna be able to draw anymore. Hey, and this is the part where we say
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Frank and his 18th wife, Frankiata.
Frank. Oh wow, it got longer.
Yep. Well, she is a girl in medieval times, so it's got a lot of extra
Frankietta.
syllables.
So I'll add this to the wiki. I'll update it. You guys can check it out later.
It'll be dope.